Hi, happy new moon in Scorpio. Well, realize that happy and new and Scorpio don't tend to go well together. But just realize that it happens around noon today, Central Standard Time. And Scorpio is that introspective, fixed water sign. Well, water's nature is to flow. So when you're looking at the fact that we have a sign that wants to concentrate or contain water, we've got ice, we've got lakes, ponds, swamps, but water stops flowing when it gets to its lowest level. So that's why when you have Scorpio friends, sun, moon, or rising, you may find that their intensity or their need to get to the bottom of things, sort of like their own Encyclopedia Brown or Nancy Drew mysteries, realize that that's their nature. And so all of us are doing that. Now, this particular new moon at the 20th degree of Scorpio is aligned with Chiron in Pisces. So we're all looking to figure out how to integrate the past, our past wounds, with our present, and so we can go forward. So it's about having a relationship to our boundaries and when to traverse those boundaries. Now understand that the Scorpio energy sometimes operates in the extremes between Eros and Thanatos. So Eros is the love, the sexual, the urge to merge, and Thanatos is death. So that's why there's the fear of death or the self-destructive urges often come up during this time period. Now it's not only aligned with Chiron, that wounded healer archetype, it's also aligned with the asteroid Sisyphus. Now I had the Sisyphus is the one that was destined in the underworld to roll a ball uphill for it to roll back down, or he was cursed to do that. If you had the good fortune of seeing the Peanuts movie, and I did, I got a private screening yesterday, and I asked for it too. I mean, I said I wanted to see this movie alone in 3D. And if you know anything about Charlie Brown and Lucy with that football, that would be Sisyphean, that he comes up and she snatches the ball. Make sure if you go see the movie, stay till after the credit starts to run for that iconic scene. So the asteroid Sisyphus is also aligned with the asteroid Juno, marriage, commitment, partnership. So realize that this is the time period where we'll be looking at those areas of our commitments, not only to ourselves and our partners, but our higher selves, our higher spirit, the things that we aspire to do, or that perfected sense of self that we know has a bearing on our actions in a lot of ways, whether we make up reasons or not. So know that the Sisyphean, this aspect of, God, we've been over this again. Know that this new moon is the time period where you can break pattern. Because tomorrow, Mars goes into the sign of Libra, and he will be there until January 3rd, 2016. So Libra is an initiating sign of new forms of relationship or new patterns in our relationships. So the Mars energy, that energy of self-assertion, that instinctive primal force for survival and for independence, Martian energy, that masculine spirit, will go into the civilized, peace-oriented sign of Libra, ruled by Venus. So it's an excellent time for all of us to integrate the masculine spirit with the feminine soul, with that ability to go back 88 days, if you know anything about human design and gene keys, which I'm studying, by the way. 88 days before your birth represents your actual design crystal, what you came in from, what you got to in order to be, your ethnicity, which your inheritances from your legacy, mother and father. And the new moon together is mother and father. In Scorpio, sun is father, moon is mother. And in Scorpio, it represents the conscious self-transformation of the ego into something higher. So the water signs are a little bit ahead of the game, the Cancers, the Scorpios, and the Pisces, because we're already used to being introspective, already used to saying, well, what does my soul really need in this situation? What do other people need in this situation? The challenging signs will be the air signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, because Libra in particular is going to be on call to be more forthright and honest in its relationships, to speak up and not to think, well, it'll hurt the other person's feelings. That's why I'm not saying anything. Gemini and Scorpio have a fascinating connection in the sense that Gemini brings in the new information to keep Scorpio's waters from going stagnant. So Gemini resists final solution in the sense that they will say, hey, well, what would happen if we put this and this together? So ultimately, and then Aquarius is with the Scorpio energy. It's time period for Aquarius to show up on the world stage, show its true emotional intentions. And I know emotion, Aquarius, that's a joke, right? But ultimately, being able to keep self-control, in that way. Now, the Leos may be looking, the fire signs are looking to look at the historical context of their lives. Aries through relationships, Sagittarius, this is the ending of your solar year, so you're reviewing the year. And then Leo, you're looking at, well, who am I in relationship to my family of origin? And last and certainly not least are the earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. With the rising sign of this new moon being Capricorn, the Capricorn people are on point of showing up authentically and with integrity, not using others without exchange, quid pro quo, and sometimes just give without the expectation of something coming back from the person you give it to. Wait and see that it'll come from other places in the multiverses. Virgo and Scorpio, very similar signs, both very much misunderstood. Virgo's still a practical earth sign, so they got needs. So don't take your Virgo for granted and thinking that just because they submit to you that they don't want that reciprocity as well. And then the last but not least, the Taurus energy is working things out in relationship. You're not known for your psychological dimensions, but that's why you need your opposite sign of Scorpio to realize that it's not just about the ostensible acts of behavior, but it's the motivation and the reasons behind said behaviors. And if you have a Scorpio Venus star, now realize that Venus star is the sun and earth and moon and Venus align. Those three energies align every 9 months. And the Scorpio star, for those born, if we're looking at the late 1954, I'm just going to get some dates for those people who are Scorpio stars. You're born from November 15th, 1954 to September 1st, 1955, or a couple weeks on either side. You could still get some Scorpio star energy. Then the next one would be November 12th, 62 to August 29th, 1963. And those are both morning stars. Then the evening stars are in Scorpio, November 11th, 58 to August 31st, 1959. Another evening star Scorpio energy is November 10th, 1970 through August 27th, 1971. And then we go November 7th, 1978, August 25th, 1979. And in the interest of time and attention spans, let's just do this. Just shoot me a text or actually email me through quantracycherry@gmail.com or do a messenger through Facebook, and I'll tell you if you're a Scorpio star, because this 20th degree of Scorpio aligns with the Scorpio star exactly for all of those born November 12th, 1962 to August 29th, 1963, which means this is about discovering and expressing outwardly your personal passions. What are your personal passions? What's in your wallet? Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.